So I entered the $1 million Webtoons comic contest. I entered a series called The Last Isekai, and the shortlists were recently announced. Did I win? Did I lose and waste so much time making a stinking comic? Let's talk about it. First, we're gonna talk about why I entered. Do I regret it? What I learned. And I learned a lot, like things that will probably get me on the shortlist next time. Okay, well, if you don't know me, hi, I am Elijah. I write comics, and if you do know me, go away now. So I wanted to enter this comic contest because I love making comics and I love money and winning. I love competition. But I also equally love being humbled because I am a sadist. But sadly, I didn't have enough money to enter because my illustration skills are basically just, well, this. But then descending from heaven was the illustrator of my comic series, One for Hire. And he was like, yo, bro, you want to do this contest together? I'll do it for free. And I'm like, Omar, I love you. You're the best. Let's make something great. The best comic anybody's ever seen. And we kicked around a bunch of ideas. Like, we really kicked it. Idea, PETA, they'd be upset. And then we landed on The Last Isekai, which is like a satire about isekais, and as well as just, you know, something very moving and interesting about somebody who is unhappy with life. Like, the main question is, what if you had to die to appreciate life? And it uses the isekai genre to send our main character Cyrus through a bunch of worlds with the literal death goddess herself until he learns what it's like to live life. So we went to work writing and drawing. Well, I did the writing, he did the drawing. I did some storyboards, they look like this, but then he brings back this every time. He's just so good. Look at this art, he is so talented. Look how talented my buddy Omar is. And so we submitted it. We submitted our first 4 episodes, and some people liked it. A lot of people liked it, and then some people didn't. That's the internet for you. People are gonna like things, people are not gonna like things. I mean, that's kind of life, not just the internet. Yeah, I didn't make the short list, but I learned a lot of things that are very valuable and will hopefully, if they do another contest, get me on the short list next time. Now I'm gonna share my 5 lessons that if you make comics or if you're just bored and want something to listen to in the background, I think you'll like this, especially if you wanna win a contest. I know the story wasn't like amazing, like it's not like Watchmen or Lore Olympus, like it's not like, or Solo Leveling, it's like it's not gonna be the next big thing, but I think lesson 1 was, yo, you did it. you have made something, you saw a project through, and I think that is something that keeps popping up. It's just like, good job. Lesson 1, be proud of what you did, because if you're not proud of what you do, even entering the contest isn't gonna be worth it at all. So make something you're proud of. I think that's lesson number 1. Segue into lesson number 2. I think this is just a lesson to be remembered and maybe to learn if you haven't heard this before, but go into contests with the hopes of winning, but also expect that you're not gonna win. Yeah, I know I said I'm probably gonna teach you how to win next time, but winning the contest will be great. But having something for my portfolio and showing people that I can finish things is just as important. Because I have talked to a lot of editors, and the one thing that they always wanna see is that you have done something before. So use these opportunities as a way to make a one-shot, something to prove yourself, something just to have in your portfolio, okay? That is lesson number 2. Lesson number 1, be proud of yourself. Lesson number 2, go in with a purpose, make something not only that you're proud of, but that can show off your level and skill. And before I get into how I think I could win it next time, I just want to say, if you see the short lists when they're announced and you don't feel great, you put all of this work and effort in, it's okay to be sad. You can be sad for a little bit, but hopefully if you go into projects like this is going to be a test to challenge something that I'm working on, or this is a portfolio piece, it will help make you less sad. I've seen a lot of people online talking about, like, I put in everything to this webcomic contest, then they were like harming themselves to put out a comic, and I'm like, no, please stop, don't do that. That is not worth it. That is not worth it. Your health isn't worth winning a comic contest. And I know it's a life-changing amount of money for a lot of people, but if you're dead, you can't spend that money. So let yourself be sad and just use whatever results you get as motivation. Okay, this is the lesson you've been waiting for, how I would probably win it next time. What I realized when they announced the shortlists, their intentions for this comic became very clear. And so was the marketing for it. And I didn't really understand it when I first entered, and I feel like a lot of people didn't as well, because a lot of people have said the same thing that I'm about to say right now. What I thought they wanted was something new and exciting, and what I realized they actually wanted for the contest was to find something that's going to be the next big thing or a big thing on the platform. I think I saw a post the other day that was like, check out some of the next big stories on Webtoon, the shortlist winners. Like, if I knew going into that, and I think this is true about everything that we do, if I knew that they were looking for Webtoon specific content to possibly get bigger one day, I would have chosen a very different story, okay? That is like the first thing they tell you in marketing. Know your audience. And I didn't know my audience. I would have completely changed everything about the story. I would have picked a different story. That's lesson number 4. Lesson 4, know your audience. Keep that in mind. They might say they're looking for something new and cool, but they're actually looking for what their audience already likes. That's how they sustain a business. That's just a fact of the matter. But lesson number 5 is fitting into a mold stifles creativity. Whatever you want to get out of the contest is your choice. I think you should always go into contests thinking, I'm not going to win. I'm making this for my portfolio. Maybe I'll try to pick something aligned to what they're going to like. But also a part of me is like, don't risk it. Just make something you're going to like, because people are going to find your thing and they're going to follow you. It might not be a lot of people, it might just be 5 or 10, but that is a proof of concept that they like what you're doing. People get wrapped up in the big numbers, but if I got 300 followers from the last Isekai, if 300 followers were in a room watching me like click a slideshow of my comics, I would have a social anxiety panic attack, because that's a lot of people. So perspective is important. Be happy with what you made, be proud of what you made, and if you want to play the game, play it, but just play it consciously. If you want to check out what I'm working on right now, I'm working on this. I just released my first comic anthology. You can check out the video for that right here. And this is what YouTube will think you'll like.